Ukraine just blew up 40 Russian planes, and it's the biggest attack Ukraine has ever launched on Russia, and they spent over a year planning it. If you don't know, today Ukraine launched a surprise attack on Russia's air bases called Operation Spiderweb, and they spent 18 months planning it in secret. Something worth knowing, according to Ukraine, in this attack, they caused about $7 billion worth of damage to Russia, which is a massive deal. Now, this was actually a really high-level attack. Ukraine snuck in nearly 120 small explosive drones into Russia throughout that 18-month period, getting ready to launch this attack. Now, of course, it gets a lot more technical, but in short, these drones took off from inside Russia, near to Russian air bases, and they flew the drones into Russian aircraft that were parked in those air bases and caused huge amounts of damage. And it's worth knowing that this wasn't a close attack. In fact, one of the air bases that was targeted was over 4,000 kilometers away from Ukraine, near to China. On top of that, as you've seen in this video, Ukraine released footage of these drones as they were flying into Russia's long-range bombers, causing huge amounts of damage. And obviously, this was really embarrassing for Russia. Things like this shouldn't be able to happen. But something that makes it really even more embarrassing for Russia is that Ukraine said all of the people that were involved are now safe. In fact, the Ukrainian President Zelensky released a video saying that. So Ukraine has launched the biggest ever surprise drone attack on Russia, and they've possibly caused $7 billion worth of damage. To be fair, I think there was probably quite a lot more countries that were involved in this other than just Ukraine. Of course, we don't know that, but it was such a big operation and nobody heard anything about it, so it's very likely there was other countries involved. But anyways, as usual, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.